Good afternoon. Welcome to the Personnel Committee meeting for August 6th, 2025. Our 2:15 meeting is now at 3:05. First on our agenda is roll call.
Mrs. Ricketts Wales.
Here.
Mr. Ricky.
Here.
Mr. Bissett.
Here.
Mrs. Burdick.
Here.
Mrs. Hanchett. Mr. Havey.
Here.
Mrs. Root. And Mr. Harris. 5 present, 2 absent.
Thank you. Before we do approval of the minutes, we've asked to move number 5 to number 4, to switch 4 and 5 around. As long as that's okay with everyone, then we can do the approval of agenda with that change made.
Havey will move that.
Thank you.
Ricky second.
Thank you. Any questions? If not, all in favor? Aye. Thank you. All right, so first up then is going to be our county clerk. Oh, excuse me, before you get up there, you can come on up. Go ahead. Sorry, I skipped approval of the minutes from July 2nd. Can I have a motion?
Just
on
make
that?
motion.
Thank you.
Havey will second.
Thank you. There we go. All in favor?
Aye.
Now we have our county clerk.
Thank you. This is a special day. It's Dr. Heinemann's 86th birthday, so if anybody knows Dr. Heinemann, wish him a good birthday. I'm here to request 3 positions. We have a motor vehicle position, entry level, part-time. We have an index clerk, and we have a senior recording. Those 3 positions are fully funded, and we'll be coming in well under the budget because of the time frame between the people leaving and what we are going to be hiring. And I'm looking for approval for those 3 positions.
Okay, so I have 2 positions. Was
If
one
you look
added?
at the senior index or senior recording clerk, there's a highlighted part
Yep.
and all ensuing other positions, which is including the index.
Gotcha. So we're backfilling,
Yes.
basically, right? Okay. So let's work on the senior recording clerk and the index clerk first, if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Can I have a motion?
Havey will move that.
Vertical second.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Chrisman? Jan? He's got it in there,
He's got
doesn't
it
he?
in there that they're 100%
Existing
county
and
budget, so
funded.
I'm set. Thank you.
Okay. And if there's no questions, can I have a motion to approve? All in favor? Aye. So moved. There you go. I'm sorry. I am a little bit out of it here. It's been a long day, I guess. So we're going to move right on to motor vehicle cashier, which is the
That's
third,
a part-time
really.
position.
Okay.
And it actually is going to be filled by a recently individual who got out of the Marine Corps, who's going to school over at St. Bonaventure, and we're working around that schedule, and he's going to be able to assist us in that position. So we're pretty excited.
Okay.
And he had previous motor vehicle background.
Interesting. Can I have a motion?
Ricky move.
Havey will second.
Thank you. Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? So moved. There you go.
And real quick, we were down Monday because of a communication, nothing to do with our county. And I want to give kudos to Mr. Hooker's team because they're not required to come up and work with my network through the DMV. That's a state system. They came up, they identified the issue, they communicated with the individuals or companies that needed to come in. And when they said that they were going to get to our place at 4 o'clock that afternoon, they had it fixed shortly after 10:30. And thank you, Mr. Hooker, and your team was extremely professional. And it takes a little pressure off us when I have a first of the day, first of the month, and a whole line of people trying to do transactions. It was not a good way to start a Monday. So I owe IT a big, big thank you, and you're on my permanent sandwich list.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hooker, and your department. Okay, next up is the county administrator with a request to fill the Director of Veteran Services.
Good afternoon. I think we were here earlier this summer to talk about advertising for this position, which we've done. We've started to receive applications, but what we didn't do is create and fill requests so that we can have a succession planning time. So hopefully we can hire a new director before the current director has left us. So this would just be a duplicate position through the end of the year.
Can I have a motion for that?
Vertical move.
Purcell, second.
Any questions? I have one too, so hang on just a second.
Yep.
Under this request to create and fill, it says it's a newly created position, but is it, or?
Just the duplicate. So there'll be two,
Okay.
technically, on Bobby's roles, there'll be two directors, the
Gotcha.
permanent one and then this duplicate temporary
So
one.
this is another one of those overflow, or like, yeah, overlapping, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Jen?
Yeah,
So then do we have to eliminate that after the first of the year? So there's not two positions on the books?
Bobby's saying yes.
Bobby's saying yes, then we will make sure that gets in there.
Probably when it's vacated and that person moves to the position that's currently being occupied, then we can eliminate that.
My other question is, this position is being vacated on the 31st of December. Is that when he's planning on retiring?
His appointments are only good for 1 year.
Okay.
So yes and yes on both.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. Healy.
Thank you. I see this was signed off as per our policy by the personnel officer, Mr. Budinger, Robert Budinger, and by yourself as the county administrator. And I'm glad to see everybody followed the proper policy. And I'm glad to see that there's a plan to overlap the director's position, because I would hate to see any, hiccups in services to our veterans population, both as a veteran and a legislator, but also as the county commander of the American Legion. My question here is, I also have to exercise my fiducial responsibility as a legislator and taxpayer. This position says it's 66,600 to 95,850. What do we pay the current director of Veterans Services?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I can look that up and get that information to you. So this is a position on our salary plan. That is the entire salary range for that grade. And where you place somebody within that grade, for new employees, it would be based on their work history and their education at the time of hire. For current employees, we looked at the salary they were currently making when we adopted the plan and came up with a step in the grade that was.
Well, I'm
close to
open
that.
to all that, if, if we have somebody that's really qualified, but I would be, I know Mr. Hennessy was with the county for several years before he became the director. He's been the director for quite a while, and I just was curious to what we're paying him.
I can find that out for you, and if you wanted a different salary for this position going forward, you'd need to regrade it, so.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Yes?
Just for the board's information, so we talked about it before, but as you recall, this is one of those rare ones that's still a chair appointment, but the intention is for this to be a collaborative hiring. So Mallory and Carissa and Bob are here in the process of receiving all the applicants. Once we get into the first round of interviews, I know I've talked to Jen and Mike. Jen in her role as personnel chair, Mike in his role as a legislator, and probably our strongest veterans advocate on the board, and also county commander as well. With the three of us are going to, which we typically don't do, we're going to sit in on the first round interviews with the candidates for that portion. Usually admin gets us whittled down to the top three or so and brings those to the board. We're going to sit in on those first round interviews. My intent and haven't talked to administration about this, but I'm guessing it was your intent as well, would be to still bring those top candidates to the board and do the typical interview process with the full board, and then we can discuss among ourselves who the best candidate is, and I'll just follow the will of the board with that appointment.
I really like it when we do bring any of our department heads in, no matter if it's a chairman's appointment or a full board appointment, to have an interview with the full board, because I think that allows them to get a better sense of who they're working for and vice versa. So I would really encourage you to follow that.
If I might make one more comment, Madam Chair. Yes, I agree with Mr. Harris, Chairman of the board, and I appreciate the courtesies he extended to me to be able to sit in on the interviews. And I also think it's a good policy for us to bring everybody to the board, so I think that's probably the best way for us to handle it. And even though it's the chairman's appointment, I believe the board has to ratify it, so that's good if we're all on board. Thank you.
Any other questions?
I just wanted to
Yes.
add that, and I think we've mentioned this before, this position has to be filled by a veteran, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, and I apologize, Chair. I also forgot to mention that Carissa and Mallory are doing a good job with outreach on this, too. It's my understanding Mallory's reaching out to all the legions, informing them of the upcoming vacancy, asking them to brainstorm, bring forth any candidates they think might be appropriate. I don't know if there's anybody else on your list of...
VFWs, I believe, 40 and 8, AMVETS. I think we have a list of all the veteran organizations, and yes. We'll
Yeah.
have a letter go out, both on this opening, but also just what's going on with veteran services right now.
Yeah, so I'm appreciative of that.
And it probably was a good exercise in itself, so is that we have all those resources handy.
We didn't have a good contact list, so we had to work on that.
Oh, any other questions before we move on? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Okay, now we are going to, the personnel officer, who's going to come up and talk about regrading the sign maker, which I thought sounded like a great position, now not so much.
And thankfully Tom's here so he
That's
can
right.
help answer any questions you may have. So I'm making a recommendation to the Personnel Committee to regrade the senior sign maker position from a ASME grade 13 to a 15. As you know, that position is vacant right now, and that DPW is working through getting permission to fill that. So they'll be looking to hire someone. So it made sense to normally, I probably wouldn't be pushing a regrading, especially with negotiations next year. But in this case, I think it makes sense because they're going to be looking to hire. There's only one in the county. And, we want to make sure that we give them, all the resources available to make a good hire and to make the right offer to the proper candidate.
When you say there's only one in the county, right now, there's none in the county.
Right now, we have someone that
There's
retired.
one position
That is
in
correct.
the
There's only one
county
position. That
for
is
all
correct.
the signs and road markings and everything else that it encompasses.
Yep, that is correct. And again, we think this makes sense to run concurrently with the request to fill.
Yeah, okay. Can I have a motion?
Rick, you move.
Second?
Vertical second.
Questions?
I have a question, and I don't remember when we talked about earlier, this is budgeted, or, because it's obviously going to be an increase in pay.
This is a position they've had, and they've had it probably as long as I remember. And so the person's retired, so right now, no one's drawn in. There isn't someone in that position right now.
But going from grade 13 to grade 15 is an increase in starting pay, is that correct? I think that's what Jan was asking.
Yeah, and I honestly, I don't know the numbers, and unless he has them, I have to believe that. I believe the person retired in June. I cannot believe that there'll be any financial issues with that, given that the person's been retired for a little bit. But I'll let Tom speak to it.
And yes, we've got other positions that have gone unfilled, and it's taken us a while to get everything moved around, so there will not be an issue, and we'll budget for it for next year.
Other questions? No? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Okay. Thank you. Please don't go anywhere, though. So we are now moving on to I want to talk about unfinished business, so I'm going to move that to the end so that we can go into executive session. So is there any new business, anything good of the order? If not, we're going to move up to unfinished business, and I would like to go into executive session for the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person, or matters leading to the appointment, employment, promotion, demotion, and et cetera of a particular person. Everyone can stay who's here, though.
I'll move, we go in.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Hay will second.
Thank you.